Guys, how we all doing? Welcome back to my channel. So today I just quickly want to discuss with us and show us how to actually catch spikes using this ultimate power red indicator, because I found out that most of the challenges of traders, trading synthetic, especially boom and crash, their desire is to catch spike, and that has actually been a challenge, catching spikes successfully, like having a consistent result. So with this indicator, I'm going to be explaining to us how we can actually use this indicator to catch spike. All right, so this is going to be a tutorial video that is going to take you through everything that you need to know, explaining the in and out of it. Now we have different boom and crash. As you can see on my screen here, these are the boom and crash that you should use this indicator with. All right, you can see boom 1000, crash 1000, boom 300, and crash 500. How you apply the indicator to each of these boom and crash differs. So I would like you to take pen and paper and make sure that there is no any form of distraction around you, so that you can pen these things down, these conditions down. All right, now you don't need to check if your price is on supply zone or demand zone or support and resistance, or if the trend is buy. You don't need all of those, and you do not need level as well. All right, the indicator is going to do all of that for you. Like I said, the condition of catching spike on boom 300 is different from the condition of catching spike on on crash 1000. All right, so as I begin to explain them to you, make sure that you get them. All right, and you write them down. So I'll go straight now to boom 300. All right, how to catch spike with boom 300 using the UPR indicator. I call it UPR indicator. All right, so this is the only indicator you need to catch spike successfully. All right, now look at it. Look at the two. We have four indicators on the screen. As you can see, we have the blue indicator. All right, we have the blue indicator, we have the white, we have the red, and we have the second red. All right, so what you are going to be looking at is you are going to be looking out for when the white and the red, that is the thick one, which is this one here, when these two cross to the upside. That's the first condition. You have to wait for when the two indicators that is at the middle cross to the upside, which is this. As you can see here, it crossed to the upside. All right, that's the first condition. When it crossed to the upside, the second thing, please do not use it for scalping. All right, if you want to use it for scalping, I'm going to give you another strategy. Please make sure that you actually stick to the explanation. All right, don't try to twist it or make it your own way or find a way around it. Do you get? So when the first condition has been met, the second condition is when price comes. All right, when price comes, you see that price actually went up. You understand? So you will wait for when price comes to touch or retest the white indicator. That will be your first entry. All right, that is where you will be buying. All right, and your second entry, all right, or your second opportunity will be when price, all right, touch the red indicator. This red indicator here, as you can see here, will be when price touch it. All right, so as you can see here, that we actually have a very nice touch here. All right, we had a very nice touch here, and we actually caught this spike on the Telegram page, and I even did a recording. All right, a recording of how I caught the spike. Do you get? So let me just quickly show us here. Okay, so this was when I was scalping it to the downside. All right, that was when I was scalping it to the downside. All right, I sent it to the page. If you want to join this group, you can actually join. All right, and then you'll be getting signal. All right, that was where I entered for a buy, when price was still at this level here. Do you get? When price was still at this level, that was where I entered for a buy before this spike actually occur. Do you get? And I actually recorded this. All right, I recorded this. Let me see if the video, yes, this is the video. We use this to catch spike because right now the candlestick is on white, is on the white indicator. So you enter for your buy. So this is the video. I actually just want you to see it, all right, before I continue with the explanation of how to use the indicator, because it's good that you see how it works. You understand? So any moment from now, it's going to spike.
it can also get to the red indicator before it spikes. So any moment from now, you will see the spike. So I'm just adding to the position. Yeah, that's it.
So as you can see, as you can see over there, the spike happens. All right, the spike actually occur, and then I was sending to the group that we actually close our entry very early, because after we close it, what happened? It continued to spike to the upside, and this was for crash 1000. All right, when I use it to catch spikes on crash 1000, as you can see, very simple. All right, I just feel that you need to see this so that you can pay attention. Okay, so now that is an example. So I will just quickly show us like 3 more examples on boom 300, so that we can get it effectively to remove any form of ambiguity or questions. All right, so we have 2 conditions to use it to catch spike on boom 300. The first one is that these 2 indicators, that's the indicator that is at the middle, the white one and the red one, must cross to the upside like this. It must cross to the upside, not to the downside like this. No, it must cross to the upside like this. That's one. Then secondly, the second condition is that you'll be waiting for price to come and touch the white. As soon as price touch the white, you buy. You understand? However, if it doesn't spike on the white, it's going to definitely spike on the red. Like definitely 100% is going to spike. All right, so let's quickly look for that. You can see that here we have crossing to the upside. Look at it here. What happened here? You can see that it touches the white. All right, and as soon as it touches the white, you can see at the same candle it spikes to the upside. Do you get? It spikes to the upside. So let's check 2 more examples. I promised it. Now look at this. Excuse me. This is crossing to the downside. This is not when you use it for a buy or for catching spike. As you can see, the 2 moving average not actually is not moving average. Sorry about that. All right, so you can see that it's crossing to the downside. All right, the 2 indicators, that is not when to use it to catch spike. It is when it is crossing to the upside. All right, crossing to the upside, like in this case. Can you see? In this case, you can see here that the crossing is to the what? Upside. How will you know that the crossing is to the upside? When white is on top, and red is beneath. Do you get? So what are we waiting for? The second condition to be met. When price touches the white indicator, right, we enter for a buy. Look at it. What happens? Price actually touched the white indicator, right, and then it spikes, but the spike is not really long. Do you get? So you can come out, you will have just more profit here, so you can come out and take your second entry. That's this second opportunity that you have. Now it is only boom 300 that has second opportunity. Do you get? So now what happens? As soon as you enter, then what happens after 1 2 3 4 5 6 candles? It moves, it spiked to the upside. You can see it yourself. It spiked to the upside. All right, so let's show you 1 more or 2 more examples. Okay, good. As you can see here, this is crossing to the upside. All right, very simple. Very simple. Even a 10-year-old can actually use this indicator, right? It crossed to the upside. What's the second condition? Wait for price to what? To touch the white. And as soon as price touch the white, after 2 minutes, 1 2, it spikes to the upside. As you can see, it spikes to the upside. Do you see that? So that is how this indicator works. This is another one here. All right, this is another one here, because I actually want you to see the in and out of this indicator. Do you understand? To see that there is nothing in this indicator that I am hiding. It is as plain as you can see it here. All right, it crossed to the upside. What's the next thing we are looking for? We are looking for price to what? To touch the white. And as you can see here, price touched the white, and then there you go. So now this is it. When you catch the spikes, all right, on the white indicator, there is no need for you to wait again, all right, for price to touch the red one, the red indicator. No, you shouldn't take this entry again. You understand? The only entry you should take is the first entry. Do you get? It is when it happens that your spike doesn't happen on the white, you get, and then price starts coming down to the red, and then price starts coming down, all right, and price starts coming down to the red. That is when you enter for your next entry as opportunity. Do you get it? So that is how this indicator works. That is how this indicator function. All right. Look at another one here. I can go on and on and on, but I'm going to stop here, and then I will believe that I've been able to explain boom 300 very well to us on how we can use it to catch spike. It crossed to the upside, and when it crossed to the upside, what happens? Price actually came to touch what? To touch the white indicator, and what happens? You can see that just in less than two candle, it moved to the upside. You can see this is a multiple spikes, boom 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 to the upside. Do you get? So that is how you can use this indicator to catch spike on boom 300. So right now I'm going to go to the next boom. All right, let's go to crash 500. All right, let's open crash 500. So this is crash 500. Now for crash 500, the spike is to the downside, so we are going to be waiting for when these two indicator cross to the downside. This is crossing to the upside. All right, so we are not going to be using it. Do you get? We'll be using it when it's crossing to the what? To the downside. All right, do we have a case here? Let's see. I think we do. Yes, we have a case here. This is when it's crossing to the downside. All right, now good. So what do you look at for here? So you'll be looking out for when it touches the white. You understand? When it touches the white, as you can see here, it touches the white. It touches the white here. Can you see? It touches the white, and then it spiked just two candles to the downside. You understand? So when you have something like this, just take what you have, take your profits and leave the market. Do you understand? Take it and leave the market. All right. So let's look for another example. All right. Look at another example here. All right. This one too has two conditions. All right. The first condition is it must be crossing to the downside. All right. And then by the time price get to the white like this, to the white, as you can see here, it touches the white. What do? You sell. Do you get? Then it moves up a bit, just like 5 candles, and then it drop and drop again. You understand? So very simple, guys, very simple. Do not complicate it. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Look at it here. It crossed to the downside. What do? We wait for price to touch the white, right? And then what happens here? Price touch the white. As you can see, it touches the white, and then boom to the downside. Do you see that? Do you see that? I don't want you to be over excited. That's why I'm taking my time to explain this thing in details, so that when you begin to use the indicator, you will know what to do. All right, because most people, they have powerful indicator, but they don't know how to use it. All right, so let's look at another cross. This cross is to the downside, right? Is it to the downside? Yes, it's to the downside. Let me see. Yes, okay, that's to the upside, and then this is to the downside here. We have here to the downside, right? And then what happens? Price touch it here, all right, went up, came down again. Do you get that? And then this is another opportunity here. This is another opportunity here for you to actually catch the spike on crash 500, and then catch it to the downside. As you can see, you are catching it to the what? To the downside. Do you get? So let me reiterate again the condition for trading crash 500. The condition for trading crash 500 is that your indicator, all right, must be crossing to the downside. All right, excuse me, your indicator must be crossing to the downside. Do you get? Like this? How do you know that it's crossing to the downside? When the red, all right, is on top of the white. Do you get? Can you see? You can see that the red here is actually on top of the white. Do you get? So that's when you know that, okay, it is, the trend is down, or you understand, and then you wait for price to touch the white, and as soon as it touch the white, what do? You enter for your sell. Can you see that? That's it. That's it. Like I said, you don't need to enter here again for a sell. Do you understand? So that is it for crash 500. So right now we go to crash 1000. All right, we go to crash 1000. Crash 1000. Okay, remember I told us that this system, all right, this system only works, all right, for the boom and crash that you can see on my screen. That's 1000 boom, 1000 crash, 1000 boom, 300, and crash 500. All right, don't be greedy or feel like, oh, it's not even very powerful, it's not working for all the boom and crash. All right, what do you need? Do you want to be profitable in the market, or you are looking for something that is working just anyhow? Do you get it? Aha. So if you can make your profit on crash, on boom 300, you are good for the day. So that means that you will always have entry in a day. Do you understand? Because you have 4 boom and crash that you are trading. Do you get? So what you should focus your attention on is actually what is working, not the universal application of an indicator. Do you get it? All right, good. So I said we are going to crash 1000, right? So for crash 1000, the same condition, all right, since the spike is towards the downside, we'll be looking at when this guy is touching, is crossing to the downside, and then our entry will not be on white, our entry will be on the red indicator. Do you understand? That's the difference for this. Don't make the mistake. Our entry will be on what? On the red indicator. All right, so now let's go. So in this case, look at something here. In this case, all right, we have a spike. Immediately it touches the what? The white indicator. And then I explained in the group, I did not send the video, but in the video I was saying that the reason, look at it here, when it was touching the red, all right, remember that I caught this spike to the downside. I showed us at the beginning of this video. So when it got to this area, the reason why we have it push up here, all right, is because we have price respect this resistance zone here. You understand? We have price respect it. So anytime you see on crash 1000 that your price respect the white, all right, you should expect that by the time it's getting to the red, there's going to be a little bit of push up above the red. And that was why I had my trade. Let me just quickly show us again so that we can see it. All right, on crash 1000, all right, look at it here. As you can see, all right, it moved to the upside, to the upside, to the upside, and then it spiked the first one, then I held it, then it spikes the second time. Do you get that? This was when it first spiked the first time. Do you get? You can see that immediately it touches the red, it didn't spike immediately. Why? Because when the price was getting to the white, when it first touched the white, it spiked immediately. So that means that in the future, when it's touching the red, it's not going to spike immediately. And that's why I have the multiple entries here. All right, so let's go back to the chart now. All right, so that is a wisdom and an understanding that you need for this. Okay, so let's go more. So what do we do? So look at it here. We have what? We have the first condition being met here. All right, it crosses the downside, and where did I say we'll be taking our spike? We be on the red, as you can see here. All right, it touches the red. All right, it touches the red. All right, and what happens? Is spike. You can see that immediately it's touching the red. Just one candle after that. That's 1 minute after that. All right, it touches it. It touches it, immediately spike to the downside. Touches it, spike to the downside. Look at this long spike. Do you get it? So I'll just show you probably one more examples. All right, look at it. The first condition met. All right, the two indicators crossing to the downside. And how do you know that this is a downtrend? Because the red is on top of the white. All right, so we are going to wait. Now, as you can see here, that we do not have a spike on the white, just like I explained from the first example on crash 1000. But look at this red now. Immediately it touches the red indicator, is spiked to the downside. I didn't mean we have a spike immediately on the white. That means that on the red it will go up a bit before coming to the downside. That's what I was trying to explain to us. So this actually explain it very well. You can see it touches the red and then it came down immediately, like it dropped immediately. All right, so now let's go to the last one, which is boom 1000. All right, to the last one, which is boom 1000. All right, so good. So now for boom 1000, all right, since the spike is actually to the upside, that means you are going to be waiting for the two indicators to cross to the upside, and then our entry is going to be on the red indicator. All right, our entry is going to be on the red indicator. I just hope that we are actually taking note of these conditions. All right, so good. So let's go now. So as you can see here, this actually crossed to the upside. Can you see this? It crossed to the upside. All right, Now, when it crosses the upside, the second condition will be when price touches the red, this red, not the white. You understand? Aha. It is not all the time that we use the white. You have to know the difference. And please don't make the mistake. Make sure that you have this thing written down. All right. So we don't have price touch the red yet. All right. So we don't have price touch the red yet. So there's not going to be entry for that. All right. There's not going to be entry for that. So we wait for when this guy is crossing to the upside, as you can see. All right, so price supposed to come and touch the red here. All right, but price didn't get there yet. So let's see. Good. Remember, all right, just like crash, all right, that when price actually respect the white, all right, by the time it's getting to the red, it's going to come down a bit. You understand? So here, since you can see vividly that after the first condition is being met, you understand, price respects the resistance that we have here to the upside. That automatically means that price is going to push a little bit below the red before it spikes. Do you understand that? And that is exactly what happened here. You see, it touches the red, all right, it came down a bit and then pushes to the upside. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? So that is it for what? For what's it called now? For boom 1000. So we have another one here, as you can see, crosses to the upside, all right, and then what happens? What happens? What happens? Price came down a bit and then pushes to the upside. Do you get? So what I found out about boom 1000 is that price will always come down a bit, all right, below the red indicator before it spikes. Do you get? And it can spikes immediately. You understand? So having this understanding will actually help you to know the amount of lot size you should use, or you understand, or that you are going to use. All right, so after this example, I will just show us one more and then we'll end the video. Do you get? So can you see it crosses to the upside? How do you know that it's crossing to the upside? How you can confirm that? All right, is that is that the red indicator must actually be below the white one. You can see that the red is under the white. You understand? So what happens here? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. As you can see, what happens? It touches the red, and as soon as it touches the red, what happens? Boom, to the upside. You see that this is very, very simple. There is no any form of trick here, and you are not waiting for any level. Maybe wait for when it touches level 90 or level 95. I'm not saying that that is not good. Did you get it? But this is very, very simple, that you don't need to crack your brain before you can actually enter this, guys. So this will be the last example. Look at it. It crosses to the upside. You understand? When it crosses to the upside, what happens? We are waiting for it to come and touch the red, right? Very close to the red. You understand? Maybe just one more candle to touch the red. It spikes to the upside. Do you get? So this is not a good example, a good place for you to come and buy again, because you can see already, you can see clearly already that this guy was close to the red. Maybe two more candles. You understand? And then it spikes. So if you do not enter, if you miss this entry, that means you shouldn't enter this trade. You understand? Aha. So that's the meaning of that. So that is the end of this tutorial video for catching spikes with the UPR indicator, which is the ultimate power red indicator. All right, and if you wish to join my Telegram channel where you'll be getting free signals, I drop free signals, all right, both on Forex and then on boom and crash. As you can see, this is on boom 500. I drop this signal also, all right, and then this is on gold. I think, yeah, that is on gold. You can see, all right. So you can also join, all right, so that you can take free signals. All right, so now this indicator is not actually for free. So if you are interested in catching spikes with the UPR indicator, you can just reach out to me on Telegram, all right, and then you will have access to the indicator. So thank you so much, everyone.